The Atlanta Falcons will play the New Orleans Saints in a matchup of what the lines makers see as even teams in a big-time rivalry game, so it should have some fireworks on Monday Night Football. This game has the standard 3-point spread slapped on it for a home favorite. The Atlanta Falcons went on the road and bounced back in a big way in Oakland after an ugly home division loss in Week 1, while the New Orleans Saints are 2-0, but 1-1 against the number after a home favorite loss and a road underdog outright win. It's pretty clear that Dan Quinn is still trying to mold the Atlanta Falcons into what he envisioned when he took the job, and that will take some time. On the Saints side, they fired defensive coordinator Rob Ryan in a move that was long overdue, but they spared Sean Payton from having his head in the guillotine. The Atlanta Falcons bring the league's top passing attack into this gunfight. Matt Ryan has been quite good through 2 games with a 72.6 completion percentage rate and 5 touchdowns against 1 interception. He threw for 396 yards and 3 scores in the upset win over Oakland. Devonta Freeman and Tevin Coleman have formed a really good tandem. Freeman is the runner with 113 yards on 28 carries, and Coleman is the receiver with 7 catches for 120 yards and 3 chunk plays in the passing game. Along with Julio Jones and Jacob Dame, Coleman has helped the team pick up a lot of first downs and a lot of yards with the pass. They should all have running room against the Saints. Unfortunately, as promising as the offense has been, the defense has been awful. Opposing quarterbacks have completed 74% of their passes against the Falcons' defense, which has already given up 7 touchdowns through the air. Both Jameis Winston and Derek Carr had big days throwing on this defense. The Falcons are also 27th in yards per carry against, and that's with doing a decent job on Doug Martin in Week 1. You would think a Dan Quinn team would excel defensively, but it's clear that the pieces are not there. Atlanta is signing guys off the street for defensive reinforcements, particularly at linebacker, and that's never a good sign in Week 3. The song remains the same for the New Orleans Saints so far this season. They have an elite passing offense, but the defense couldn't stop a team of geriatrics from finding the end zone. Drew Brees still has a ton of mileage left on that arm. He's thrown for 686 yards in 2 games and 5 touchdowns against 0 interceptions, including a 98-yard catch and run for 6. Brandon Cooks, Willie Snead, and Michael Thomas are 3 legit pass-catching options. The running game is still a work in progress, as it has been for years now, with Mark Ingram averaging 4.2 yards per carry on his 21 tries. The Saints are 4th in the league in passing yards per game, but they've still given up more passing yards than they've gained, and that's terrible. They've only given up 51 points in 2 games, which seems like a win, but it really is not. The fortunate thing for the Saints is that they've given up all those passing yards, but only 1 passing touchdown. The unfortunate thing is that the opponents are completing over 70% of their passes. New Orleans has been saved by fumble luck, as they've recovered 3 fumbles to limit the damage. Only 4 teams have a lower percentage of sacks per pass attempt. One of them is actually the Atlanta Falcons. Let's be Joe Public on Monday night. Get this now because this number is going to go up. The Falcons showcase some additional no-huddle in their playbook in the win over Oakland, and the Saints can throw the ball on just about anybody. Neither defense will provide much resistance in this shootout. If this game stays under, it's because of red zone turnovers, because we're going to see well over 800 yards, and that's a lot of opportunities to score. Our pick is over the total of 53.5 points. For our pick and prediction on this game and every other game this week, and a wealth of free stats and information, check out bangthebook.com.